then if you have like more, yeah,
I'm
if you
sorry.
have like more than sentence, then you can like try to like using comma or anything, that how you like, how to say this, like how you combine the word together inside to be one sentences only. And then vocabulary and spelling is writing the right spelling. And then like vocab is like using like the similar word, fit of phrasing, like the things inside.
Yeah, yeah. So you said the vocabulary is how we choose the word choice. So, and the spelling
Mm-hmm.
is how we write those word choice in a good formats of spelling. Of course, in standard spelling, we might
Mm-hmm.
have a different pronunciation, like in a different spelling, right? We have the pronunciation, for example, the word
All
castle
right.
or the
Yeah.
island.
Yeah. The
Island.
spelling of like UK and US, and you,
Oh yeah,
well,
you have to
yeah, you
choose.
can yeah, you need to choose one and not combining like in the one word. You can just like choose
Oh,
either.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you so much for reading that deep. And I think that is also based on your previous knowledge. And you also read something to be your input. And tonight, I think
Mm.
let us see the execution. If you have that strong understanding already, let us see the execution, Miss Stella. And here, we're going to choose maybe summarize written text practice. Let's see in here. So, there are like 10 practice for the summarize
Mm-hmm.
written text, and we don't need to start by number one, two, or three, but I want you to choose randomly, like from 1 to 10. Which number do you
Mm-hmm.
want to start first? Then I'm gonna give you example of how and why do you need to go with that. Mhm.
Okay, let's do 3.
Three. Three. Sorry.
Mm.
Loaded questions. Climate
Mm.
change. Okay. This is a very short paragraph, possesses an essential threat to global ecosystems, driven primarily by greenhouse gas emissions from industrial activities. And full stop there. Rising temperatures have
Mm.
also accelerated glacial melting, causing sea levels to rise and threatening coastal communities worldwide. Then I know there are a lot of ideas, but I want you to come up with the things that you have read previously. Before I explain to you, would you mind to give your self-evaluation? How will you start this kind of writing, Miss Stella?
Wait, let me read all. Let me change
Mhm.
something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe I will just start from greenhouse gas emission. Oh, oh no. I will just say that industrial activities
Okay.
increase the threat of global ecosystem,
Mhm. Yeah, you can go on. I can take the idea.
which
Please.
which uh
Okay. Which?
which cause, oh I already, oh no
Oh,
no, industrial activities increase the threat
okay.
of, yeah, the threat of global ecosystem, such as
Mm-hmm.
glacial melting, that causing sea levels to rise.
Okay. Oh, so glacial. Okay, I got it. Glacial melting that causes sea level to rise. That one?
Mm.
Sea level.
Therefore,
It's okay. Therefore,
yeah,
mhm.
therefore, government
I'm very
need
bad.
to reduce
Government needs, okay, everyone
emission.
to reduce emissions. Uh-huh.
Needs to reduce emission
Oh, greenhouse gas
yeah
emissions. Okay.
to reduce emission
Yes. It's just that.
by
24
by investing
by investing
green technology innovation
green technology innovations. Okay.
such as solar and wind power.
Oh, such as again.
Oh,
Innovate
yeah, innovation like solar and wind power.
innovations. Oh, sorry. Innovations such as
Or maybe we can change by like
like
like solar and wind power. I think that's all.
solar and wind power. Wait a minute. I tried to write innovation and
Yeah.
innovasia. Here, this is not good. Invention. Oh, gosh. Did I press something else? Innovations. Then how do we write innovation, miss?
Double N.
I like that. And pion.
Innovation. T.
Yeah. Industrial activities increases the threats of global ecosystems such as glacial melting that causes sea level to rise. Therefore, government needs to reduce emission by investing green technology innovations like solar power and wind power. And this is already 34. Then before
Hmm.
um okay. I think before I give you my evaluation, I
Hmm.
would give you a chance to fix your own
Hmm.
sentence, Miss Stella. So, because if this come like this, I don't think you can get us like a good score for this one. But it's okay for now. You can just go with, I want to go with complex sentence, but how do we form complex sentence? Why don't we use this way? Why do we need to write this way? Especially grammar as well. Grammar juga. Maybe word count, the sentence structure is okay. Maybe first question, maybe it's too hard for you to actually do what I asked, but maybe I'm gonna ask questions like this for this first simple questions. What type of sentence is this? Is this going to be a simple, compound, complex, or maybe this is a complex sentence?
I don't know. This is hard if like we're making it.
Yeah, it's yeah, writing is not an easy work to do in this industrial activities, right? So the first grammar is that here increase. I think I type it wrongly because it should be increased, right? The threats, okay.
Yeah.
I know threats, threats, if we want to use threats with S, I think better to not using the. So
Hmm.
I know that threats, in this
Yeah.
okay, industrial activities increase threats. Threats of. Do we say threats of or threats to?
Increase.
Threats.
That's
Threats is usually
oh,
followed by to. Ancaman kepada, bukan ancaman dari.
hmm.
Karena threats
That's two.
of.
Yeah.
Ya,
Two.
kalau threats of itu ancaman dari. The book of Dark Hold, for example. The book of Vishanti and
Okay.
it's of
Yeah.
is
Threat
Try.
to global ecosystem.
Okay. Industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem, such as
I don't
Oke,
think such as. Okay, maybe um which oh no. Mm, that leads that leads to
industrial activities increase threats to
rising,
global
yeah,
ecosystem that leads to glacier
rising
melting.
rising temperature.
Mhm. That causes, okay, that leads to rising temperature. Okay, that leads to rising temperature. And what else?
Hmm, apa ya?
It's okay, Miss. If you feel like you need help for this one, maybe we can just take this one into our discussion. First, I would like to ask the form score. Untuk skor form, kira-kira dapat nggak? Atau untuk skor skor konten dulu. Skor konten. Konten di sini yang kita lihat key takeaways-nya, hal-hal yang bisa diambil dalam sini betul bahwa ini tentang climate change, ada kata kunci. Terus benar di bawah ini tentang threat atas atau dari climate change. Em, ada salah satu contoh dalam situ, yaitu rising temperature menyebabkan adanya pencairan es yang membuat sea level meningkat. Di situ ada juga ngomongin bahwa government kalau bisa berkolaborasi untuk enforce emission
Hmm,
reduction, targeting invest heavily in green technology. Dapat sih untuk konten dan form saya rasa dapat. Form sudah lewat 30, maksudnya sebelum lewat 75 dan sudah lewat dari 5. Berarti form sudah dapat, konten sudah dapat. Nah, tapi grammatical range and accuracy dan spelling mungkin karena nanti misi ini kan contoh doang, nanti misi yang ketik habis ini. Jadi kan ini kan contoh doang. Kita lihat ya. Industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature. Ini kan, ini kan sudah bisa kalau kita kasih
hmm,
ini udah simple sentence tapi hanya sedikit, betul kan, Miss? Karena
hmm,
eh, bentuknya adalah satu paragraf saja. Kalau bisa dikompaunkan, Miss, dikompaunkan boleh, misalnya pakai yet atau pakai so.
hmm,
Jadi jadi so-nya itu dipakai seperti ini nih, koma kan, Miss kan? Industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature. So, for example, the sea level the sea
hmm,
level rising, for example, atau karena miss-nya pakai increase, dijadikan bentuk yang simple present juga karena di sini simple present. Simple
hmm,
present, di sini leads-nya simple present juga. Nah, di sini ya udah dijadikan simple present. So, bisa dibilang sea level rises. Nah, boleh. Keep, keep rising. Oke, boleh.
hmm,
Keep rising due to, ya, for example, due to glacial melt. Ah, sorry. Times up. Sebentar. Dismiss dulu. Ini kita harus dibiasakan pakai waktu memang karena menulis itu kadang kita nggak sadar diskusi, 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 tiba-tiba apa? Udah
hmm,
habis. Sebentar. Nah, so sea level keeps rising due to glacial melt atau due to melting of glacier atau kalau kalau mau langsung aja misalnya mau masukin kata ini aku tahu. Nah, melting due to the melt atau due to glacial melting udah langsung aja masuk kata dia. Gak masalah.
hmm,
Show melting. Oke. Nah, di sini udah bisa sebenarnya Miss kan? Sudah bisa kayak dipakai yang ini saja. Tetapi kan nanti kontennya kurang. Sedangkan di sini government juga ditekankan gitu Miss kan? Berarti tidak bisa nih hanya dinyatakan dalam bentuk compound saja. Industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature. So sea level keep rising due to glacier melting. Mau kalau mau ya pakai, tapi udah satu konten yang kita rasa bahwa oh ini sudah tahu bahwa jelas ini adalah compound sentence. AI juga akan langsung deteksi ini compound sentence, kemampuan menulis compound sentence, simple sentence, complex sentence, compound kompleks. Nah,
Hmm.
terus kita lihat lagi di bawah kalau kita tetap memasukin government, kita bikin yang bentuk kompleks saja.
Hmm.
Misalnya pakai kata because boleh juga, because although. Atau kita kita balik aja, misalnya kan di sini we have the government, which one? Nomor tiga ya, sorry salah copy. Nomor tiga, the government. Oke, di sana ada government must collaborate. Jadi kita masukin government ke combat ya, kita coba masukin ya. Kita mau bikin ini jadi kompleks dengan ide kita.
Hmm.
Government are force, aku boleh. Um, let's say government are forced to combat, for example, climate change. Oke, di sini. Di situ kan climate change that pose an external threat to global ecosystem. Oke. Di sini government are forced to combat climate change. Kalau kita mau pakai kompleks yang simple saja, kompleks yang simple. Because, nah, because harus seimbang ya.
Hmm.
Because it gives, boleh kalau mau. Itu kan are forced, bisa it gives threats. Sorry. Di situ kalau kita threads-nya apa-apa aja kita lihat. It gives threats to banyak ya, rising temperature. Kalau diambil salah satu aja coba, Miss. Kita ambil coastal community worldwide, glacier melting. Threads-nya itu aja ya. Oke,
The
that
coastal
give.
community
Hmm,
worldwide.
sorry. Oh, ada di situ iya. Community worldwide, ya, coastal community worldwide. Oke, government are forced to combat climate change because it gives threats to langsung aja masuk tuh itu kan threatening di sini.
Hmm.
Coastal, kita masukin kata coastalnya to coastal boleh. Kalau versi lainnya ya Miss ya, to coastal communities. Communities worldwide. Dan agak ngelik ya, worldwide. Nah, di sini, sebenarnya di sini juga bisa. Government are forced to combat climate change because it gives threats to coastal community worldwide, like atau such as, boleh aja dilanjutin. Jadi kayak sudah yang atasnya compound, yang bawahnya kompleks. Ini kalau mau digabungkan bisa compound kompleks sebenarnya, Miss. Kalau mau digabungkan ya, compound kompleks kita masukin aja di compound kompleksnya. Jadi industrial sorry, industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature. Koma ya, langsung ya. Nah, itu koma. Koma kita masukin. Tapi harus seimbang ya idenya ya. Nanti pasti masukin nggak nyambung bentar. Masukin ini kan. Nah, industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature. Government are forced to combat climate change because it gives. Di sini berarti nggak usah ada kata climate change, global ecosystem. Oke, because it gives threat to coastal community worldwide. Di sini langsung kita koma. So, saya nggak usah deh kalau soalnya soalnya kita ganti aja. Jadi soalnya yang government, bentar. Iya, yang
Oh.
government. Lalu nggak nyambung kalau ini. Bentar, Miss. Supaya jadi compound kompleks. Maksud saya,
Hmm.
supaya Miss dapat langsung nilai formnya tanpa AI itu bingung bahwa ini jenis kalimat apa. Seperti itu, Miss. Jadi kalau udah masuk di nilai jenis kalimat apa, saya rasa sudah tidak ada masalah di situ. Hmm. Di sini aja masukin sea level keep rising. Kok dutu sih? Harusnya ini salah ini. Keep rising. Sini aja kok mau udah. Ada dutu di situ. Nah, so industrial, sorry, ini hapus. Coba lihat bentar. Wait, kok di ke atas? Wait a minute. Industrial activities increase threat to global ecosystem to rising temperature level keeps. Industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature. Nah, rising temperature ini kita komakan, sea level keeps rising. Atau ice keeps melting, boleh. Karena kata rising kayak nggak ngulang dua kali aja. Ice keep melting. So, nah, industrial activities increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature. Ice keeps melting, comma. So government are forced to combat climate change because it gives threat to coastal communities worldwide. Ini sebenarnya sudah mewakili sih, Miss. Kalau Miss pakai yang ini, misalnya, sorry. Ini kan 31 bahkan. Nah, ini sebenarnya udah mewakili ide yang government, ide yang tentang threats-nya global warming. Salah satu contohnya kita ambil, tapi kita pakai kata kita sendiri, dan ini Miss nyatakan dalam compound kompleks. Seperti itu. Nah, untuk grammarnya kita coba lihat sebentar. Ini kan belum dicek ya. Industry activity satu. Ini kan day, jatuhnya day mereka. Tentu tidak pakai S. Threats, mengapa tidak pakai the? Karena kalau pakai the, threatnya harus satu. Atau kalau pakai N, threatnya harus satu seperti ini. An essential threat. Jadi threatnya gak usah kasih E, tapi harus dengan syarat ada N. An atau E. Nah, terus global increase threats to global ecosystem that leads to rising temperature, ice keeps melting. So government are forced to combat them atau combat it. Tapi kita nggak ngomong climate change di awal, jadi kita ulang climate change because it gives threats again to coastal community. Atau it keeps, boleh sampai ke atas sana, it keeps threatening atau it threatens. Gini kita it threatens. Nah, nggak usah pakai gini. Langsung aja kita gipsnya buang, threatennya kata jadikan verb. Pernah lihat kata itu, Fis? Nah, it threatens the, berarti kalau threatens the coastal community worldwide. Are forced to combat climate change because it threatens the coastal communities worldwide. 30 di atas 5 di bawah 75. And I think this is a compound complex and it's already good karena langsung dapat oh ini adalah jenis kalimat compound complex. Tapi kita akan lihat contoh yang 90. Don't worry, ini kan contoh kita menulis karena kita ngikutin logic scoringnya PTE, ya kan? Istilah untuk dapatin nilai tinggi. But kita lihat punya yang bisa dibilang nilai 90 deh, Miss, untuk soal ini. Oke, kita copy dulu ini takut hilang. Nah, jadi, nah di situ Miss, climate change, caused by greenhouse gas emissions is accelerating sea level and threatening coastal populations, making the global transition to renewable energy and strict emission control essential to prevent irre- irreversible environmental damage. Ini kalimat apa, Miss? Kalau
Kompleks.
misalnya dari koma-komanya, kompleks doang dia, benar. Dia nggak ada compoundnya. Nah ini kompleks, tapi yang kompleks banget karena komanya lumayan tuh, tapi dia nggak masukin sama sekali compound sentence di situ. Jadi kita pakai compound kompleks yang tinggi. Nah nilai 90 ternyata cukup seperti ini bisa dapat 90 gitu loh, dari cuma respon yang atas.
Hmm.
Jadi dia pakai komanya pas juga ya, climate change koma. Jadi derivatif. Dilanjutkan omongannya, caused by greenhouse gas emission, koma lagi. Hal ini is accelerating sea level, sorry, is accelerating sea level rise and threatening coastal communities. Dia pakai ing satu, ing dua. Jadi harus seimbang. Nanti nggak boleh tiba-tiba make-nya pakai s di sini, Miss. Jadi max gitu, nggak bisa making. Nah gitu, udah. Jadi dapat ini kalau udah a d betul. Karena dari sini mulai pakai is, ing semua.
Hmm.
Jadi sesimpel itu sebenarnya, tidak perlu yang kayak kita pikirkan gimana gimana. But this is already like 30. I want you, because I was the one who types the sentences, but after this, I will give you a task, Miss Stella, and I want you to keep consistently use the verb that you're thinking you wanted to use. For example, past tense is okay, present is okay. If it is a fact, you can use present simple. If you want to go with ing, like this person doing, you can go with ing because it's now happening, right? It's now happening. Climate change is now happening. It's not about something in the past, something in the future, but it's now. Even my room right now, it has been like almost 20 to 30 minutes. It's not even getting colder. It's really hot. And yeah, it's climate change already. Then, okay, great. Then, Miss Stella, within 10 minutes, would it be possible if I give you the question number 7? Okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, this one. You can type later on. I want you to send it to Zoom chat so that I can copy and we check it together.
Okay.
And we're gonna compare it with the simple answer and check. No worries, take your time.
Wait, 7? Okay.
Yeah, 7, this one, 7. Oh yeah, you can also access on your laptop because I believe it's open.
Okay.
7.
Towards shift towards remote work accelerated by global pandemic, strengthened traditional academic. Mm.
Ada Indomie. It's okay. And the convince the best piece of and You feel difficulties, Miss Stella? It seems like quite hard for you. I mean, your face representing that, I don't know, like seems like a burden. I hope it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just submit everything that you have. We can just create one or just need to evaluate that further. Hmm, the global pandemic. Yeah, whenever you're ready, it's okay, Mr. Because I didn't click the timer.
Ah,
It's not. So you're waiting. I'm also waiting for the timer, but I haven't started the timer.
oh, I did press. It's 3 minutes actually.
Yeah, it's a thing. To this boundaries between professional and students.
Okay. I don't
Okay.
know what, but this
Okay.
is what I have.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Receive already. Global pandemic has been okay. Um, yeah, but the word has been changed. Is okay. You got 42 words, but we're gonna see how you do this. Let's see. Global pandemic has been changed, which means diubah, right? Diubah atau mengubah, Miss?
Mengubah.
Okay, has changed.
I
Been,
change, right?
ya,
Yeah.
been itu diubah. Jadi global pandemic diubah nah ini kayak cocok diubah the workplace dynamic. I am called, saya dipanggil. I call, saya memanggil. Has
Hmm.
changed, berubah.
Yeah.
Telah
Has been
berubah,
changed.
has been changed. Telah diubah. By someone else, for example. Oke, berarti ini langsung di grammar pertamanya kita akan buang binnya dulu. Oke, Miss? Oke. Global pandemic has changed the workplace dynamics to remote work, which gave. Oke. Nah, berarti di sini digunakan namanya transisi dua tenses. I believe this is a two different tense, but that's okay. has changed, telah berubah dalam bentuk present perfect, dan satunya dinyatakan dalam bentuk past tense. Okay, it's okay. We're gonna go on fast. Workplace dynamic to remote work, which gave more flexibility to the employees. But some of the employees also mentioned, nah ini, but-nya ini lumayan seimbang nih, Miss. Sebelumnya seimbang dengan yang di sini, berarti sebelum but harus dikasih
Koma.
koma. That's right. But some of employees, okay, also mention that they facing. Nah ini they were
How
facing,
to?
they are facing, or they were facing. Okay,
Oh.
kita kirim dulu dikit. Employee mention, as you said, mention here is in the past tense. Lalu di sini bahwa mereka. Nah, mereka waktu itu, waktu dulunya, waktu pas pandemic ini, they were facing the difficulties to do team collaborations. So organizations are working to have hybrid models arrangements. Oke, di situ langsung berubah ke bentuk sedang berlangsung. Kalau will work berarti akan dilakukan, tapi sekarang sedang melakukan, benar ya? Organization
Hmm.
sedang melakukan are working to have hybrid models arrangement. Are working to have, okay? Modules arrangement. Let's see for the content fast. I think it's okay for this one. And the sentence is this a compound sentence or a compound complex sentence, Miss? This is this is this is complex or compound? And this is more on compound sentence, but you have two compounds.
Yeah. But I don't know how to make it. This
Yeah,
is
but it's I don't know. Like I know what you're trying is that what you're trying to say is that why do we need to follow, right? I mean, just develop the idea and just give it to the
no, no,
AI.
no. It's like I know that we need to make it, but
The
how to make it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we are bound by that. We want to go, yeah, we want to go free, right? We want to go like a free writing so that the idea can be delivered. Just because we have rules, then it's hard sometimes to express. So that's why there are only four types of the sentence, right? Compound, complex, simple, compound, complex, and complex. Then and the grammar has like around 16 tense of time for expressing yourself and 16 negative, positive, and everything going in a combination. And this one, the form is already 42, which means okay. Then the content, let's see, the content. Just because it's about remote work and because of the pandemic, okay, then people feel it is more it's report greater flexibility and improved work-life balance, while employee benefits reduce overhead costs and access to wider talent pool. Di situ. And what else you also put? But some employees also mentioned that they were facing the difficulties to the team. Okay. Okay, that one. Difficulties in team collaboration persist. Are now exploring. The organization are now exploring. That is completely right. Organization are working to have hybrid module arrangements. And I think this is already okay to get 50 something to 60. Mr. Lab. But the grammar, because I kind of fix quite a lot for a comma and everything, I don't think the spelling and the grammar later on will be the highest. I think the content and the form will be the highest, but the grammar will be the lowest. So that's the thing. But let's see. Let's see the example answer for 90. Remote works offers different employees flexibility and employers cost saving, but presents because this is not seimbang, tidak perlu koma, but present challenges including isolation. Karena kalau mau compound harus seimbang, right? Harus masukin lagi setidaknya subjek lagi. Nah, di sini dia pakai but tapi dia nggak seimbang. Jadi but-nya sebagai but saja, bukan fanboys. Oke, kita akan lihat ini sentence jenis apa. But present challenges including isolation and work life. N-nya juga nggak perlu koma karena cuma buat nyambung. And work life boundaries issues. Koma, leading organization to adopt hybrid module that balance remote and in office collaboration. Wow, this is why dia dapat 90 seperti itu,
Hmm.
istilah. Dan ini kalimat apa?
Hmm, kompleks.
Dia, can be complex, can also be called simple, istilah. Karena dia pakai yang gerund. Leading organization to adopt hybrid module that balance remote and in-office collaboration. Remote works offers employee to, if ini kita taruh di depan, maka dia akan sebut, tapi ini lebih ke yang mana dependent, yang mana independent, right? Yang mana bergantung kepada yang mana. Karena kalau kita tiba-tiba ngomong, leading organization to adopt hybrid model tidak bisa. Jadi harus ada penjelasan dulu, baru yang dependennya nyusul. Dan ini adalah kompleks. Thank you so much, Miss Stella. Dia pakai kalimat kompleks. Dan we can definitely do that kalau kita dikasih. Kalau saya malah tadi mau pikir, I wanna write about the transformation. So the transformations of work, gitu. The transformation of work, atau the transformation of remote work, is atau was accelerated by the global pandemic. Itu baru koma, baru lanjut. So now, misalnya gitu ya, atau therefore boleh, atau koma, however kurang pas ya kalau because, atau although, nah, baru kita sambung lagi yang lain. Bisa banyak semua caranya, Miss. Tergantung Missnya mau nyampaikan yang mana. You think about that, or maybe this format will be okay.
Hmm.
Nah, I would also go on again because we need a practical execution. It's not enough from my side, Miss. And I hope you're okay. Especially later on in the next meeting karena itu 200 kata. Ini kan masih yang one sentence. In 200 kata, maybe I join the class for about 20, no, even 20 minutes, 15 minutes to explain, then the execution will be there. And I hope that you are in a good condition because it will be so much taking your energy and also time consuming and energy consuming at the same time. Right, I'm gonna go with number 10, but this time I will turn on the timer. So whenever you're ready, whenever the timer up is up, then you have to send the.
But we usually have like 10 minutes for all reading and writing, or reading have like another time.
Okay, reading is 30 to 34 minutes, I believe, for the whole reading parts. Oh, sorry, you're asking about this task only,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I mean, in the test, and also here, I mean, like when like the timer on is 10 minutes, it's like including like reading
Yes, including the
and
whole things, right?
oh,
I see. And when it's actually applied or displayed on your screen, then the timer up there in a
mm,
simulation starting like 9 minutes 40, 9 minutes 49 seconds. Then it's directly like that.
mm.
So okay, let me just get started with this one. In three, two, one. Take your time, miss. Oh, sorry. Oh, their time. Turning off my mic. Boleh sambil dicek juga grammarnya, Miss, before you submit. I'm sorry, my camera is still off. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I want you to also submit. Sorry, one. I want you to check the grammar in every comma and full stop before you submit, so that you know if it is the real test, you will get better score. Yeah, it's okay. Just check. We still have like 3 minutes. It's okay.
I don't know. This is hard.
I got it. I don't know. This is hard. As you said. Wait.
Hmm.
5 more seconds. Three, two, one. It's
Yeah,
okay. No problem.
just
Yeah.
like give it.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's see the writing. Wait a minute. Turn on my camera. Yeah. And here, yeah, it's the leopard. Yeah. Receive global pandemic education institutions. Okay. Wow. Let me see. Let me see. This one is nice. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's running out of time. It's not type in content formats and Sorry. Okay, right. So number 10, practice. Educational institutions are encouraged, didukung. Nah, that is nice. Are encouraged to have dual language curriculum that prove it can add the developmental advantages in attention control and problem solving abilities that beneficial for an interconnected global economy. Huh, interesting. Interesting. I mean, like, this one is, tell me first, what is the type of sentence you are making now? Can we clarify? I mean, is it clear enough to be saying that this is simple sentence, or maybe this is complex sentence, or this is unidentified sentence? But it's okay. I know the lessons of those four sentences just like crazy sometimes, but they helps us to get better score so that we can pass beyond 65 because we follow which sentence we want to write. But this one, I believe this is going to be simple, but there is a that here that proof in the past tense. Let me just go with this one. In this education institution are encouraged. Okay, of course, we talk about education institution and bilingual programs are encouraged to have dual language curriculum. Now, here is okay already. That proof. Why don't you go with present tense? Why is it should be past tense, Miss Stella? Why don't you go like a simple present tense like that proves, for example, sorry, that proves, for example?
I don't know. I have blank mind on this.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
That prove it can add the developmental advantages in intent, attention control and problem solving abilities. That beneficial is an
I think
adjective.
I think it should be which beneficial.
Yeah, okay. Which, but before beneficial, we need something, Miss Stella, because beneficial is adjective. Benefits is a noun. Then,
Ah,
um, yeah, which is beneficial for. That's the thing. So like with this one. In attention control and problem solving, which is beneficial for an interconnected global economy. And maybe I just wanted to go with this, like that proves it can always use with the verb one. This is already nice. Modal verb, for example, like I
mm,
can, could, might, would, shall, should. Every verb after modal verb should go with verb one. Then
mm,
you have applied that already. Can add. I can do that. I can doing that. Doing that is wrong, but I can do that is right. I it can add the developmental advantages in attention controls and problem solving abilities, which are maybe because this and right, which are or maybe let us see it can add the developmental advantages in attention control and problem solving abilities. It okay, it berarti ini ya. Okay, berarti which is beneficial for an
mm.
interconnected global economy. Okay, we can say this is a simple sentence, but almost complex sentence, but we cannot identify how this can be a complex sentence because we don't put Mr. I don't want to see your expression on your face, but it seems like help me, help me, it's hard. Then yeah, we cannot identify it now, but let's see the example, the sample answer example. But this one, let me just tell you before we see the sample answer. This one is already nice. 30
Mm.
for the form. And for the content, it talks about bilingual education. Yes, you put in the bilingual educations. Then, as it is enforced by the executive function skill, furthermore, bilingualism foster cross-cultural understanding, prepare students in education institutions are urged. Urge meaning we urge something. We want something to appear, right? We urge to implement dual language curricula But this one we go with curriculum. A curricula is um, like data, datum, and criteria,
Ah,
criterion, fenomena, phenomenon. Dan curriculum adalah bentuk jamaknya. Curricula, wait a
mm,
minute. Curricula, sepertinya curricula adalah bentuk uh, bentuk jamaknya. Curriculum adalah curriculum is bentuk singlenya. Nah, seperti
ah,
criteria and criterion. Jadi kemungkinan lebih memang enak di sini curricula daripada kita ngambil masukin curriculum.
mm,
Nah, di situ. To have dual language curricula that proves berarti di sini bukan proof kalau gitu. Nah,
mm,
atau kalau mau to have a dua dual language curriculum. Nah, langsung
mm,
kasih kurikulumnya masuk, terus di sini udah masuk juga. That proves it.
mm,
Jadi it-nya arahnya ke kurikulum ini. It can add
yeah.
developmental advantages in attention control and problem-solving abilities, which is beneficial for an interconnected global economy. And I think this is, of course, this is beyond 50. I mean, this skill is beyond 50. But if we have the target of 65, then we have to get that. That's the thing, right? So let us see the example of 90. Bilingual education enhances cognitive abilities such as attention control and problem solving. While, see, we can actually definitely notice that this is a complex sentence. While promoting
Mm,
cross-cultural competencies, encouraging schools to adopt dual programs. Nah, kalau dual language program syaratnya S, tapi kalau kita kasih sudah aman. Karena kita
mm,
kasih pakai tapi kalau kita nggak pakai ini, kurikulumnya harus diubah menjadi kurikula, seperti orang di atas ini. Seperti
mm,
sorry, seorang lihat seperti bentuk soalnya dan disitu.
mm,
Dan early, let's see, sorry, encouraging schools to adopt dual language programs early to prepare students for global connected world. See, cara Miss dengan cara orang ini apa namanya memparaphrase hampir ke arah-arah nilai 90, Miss. Bayangkan kalau grammarnya sudah oke, saya rasa 65 is already in your hands. But
mm,
AI-nya tidak tahu kalau mau nilai formnya apakah dapat ke kompleks, kompang kompleks atau simple gitu Mas. Jadi kalau dia langsung dapat tuh pasti langsung tinggi nilainya karena dia langsung dapat oh ini pasti simple sentence. Ketika identified sentence otomatis ini apa namanya dari 4 format sentence yang kita punya dalam bahasa Inggris tidak teridentifikasi. So that's why scoring AI-nya akan lower terhadap form nanti.
okay.
But if we can do it, that will be great. Tapi terserah Miss juga kan, saya pikir kalau mau simple terus, it's okay. But make sure simple yang mudah dideteksi. Alang-alang tuh enggak, Miss.
Yeah.
Kayak orang yang mau ke simple, tapi dia enggak simple. Dia mau ke kompleks, tapi belum bisa dibilang kompleks. Karena syarat kompleks harus ada apa sub coordinating conjunction. Nah, kalau yang compound, coordinating conjunction, fanboys. Bentar, mau di charging. Nah, seperti itu, Miss. Bisa kalau misalnya is it possible if I don't know, is it possible if I ask one more time, Miss?
Mm.
Is it possible if I ask you one more time to write?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think like we need
Okay.
to do this more because like as I the first time I told you my weakness will be writing.
Ah,
And this is hard.
yes, actually, as you said, but I think I will write as well so that you can see the comparison between like my writing and your writing because I only get 75 for this one, not 90. So my writing is not as good as the example of the writing here provided, Miss. So I'm
Yeah.
going to write at the background, and you are also going to write this, okay? Okay, right. Let us see. Mana tahu saya pakai compound, Miss juga kebetulan pakai compound. Ketika saya pakai kompleks, mungkin kebetulan Miss pakai kompleks juga. Jadi saya akan tulis di mungkin di Google Chatnya, apa di Zoom Chatnya juga. Alright,
Yeah.
so maybe this number 4. Let's see. Proliferation of social media. What is this one? Has fundamentally altered how individuals. This one is nice. The topic that we're not familiar with.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna start the timer in
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Sorry. All right. kata-katanya agak akademik tuh, Miss. Banyak banget kata-kata akademik di situ. Jadi mungkin Miss kalau nggak tahu silahkan bertanya. Seperti em, diminish itu kan kata tinggi, maksudnya level C1 ini, Miss. Diminish. This one is C1 level. So it's a lot of adolescent. Tetap pasti Miss tahu kalau adolescent, but biasa orang bilangnya like adult or something like more growing atau dan lain-lain, anak-anak dan lain-lain. Diminish,
Hmm.
it's nice word. Saya bentar lagi nih. Exposure. Saya udah tulis nih, Miss. Tapi saya cek spelling saya dulu bentar. Nah kan spellingnya pasti kalau nulis di Zoom chat itu spellingnya tuh banyak salah. Bentar. Konten. Karena cepat-cepat so expert. Nah ini saya pakai compound kompleks, tapi saya akan cek lagi sekali lagi psychological, psychological. Aku di post psycho dengan kalau besar effects. Social media has transformed human interaction and increased mental health concerns. While saya pakai, sorry, enggak on cam. Saya pakai, misalnya dulu ya, jadi punya mis deh. Nah, 28 kata doang, tidak sampai 30. But it's no problem. Kalau sudah konten dan lain-lain.
Okay, this is what I have. I don't know.
Oke, siap, boleh. Tapi simpan dulu ini ya di Zoom. Hmm, Atau kita copy, cut dulu. Kalau di bawahnya, punya miss yang di atas. Di version 2. Nah, ambil version 1 dari miss, bentar. Nah, itu udah masuk. It's already in here and excessive social media. Oh, I love this one. It's excessive. But tell me every word you're using. Okay, let me just go this. When someone is excessive, what does it mean? Excessive social media. Oh, keren. Justru itunya ya, apa spelling miss jauh lebih bagus kalau pas banget di copy langsung habis. Sorry. Ini just we can reset the timer. Aha. Oke. Versi satu. Excessive social media use can, oke. Use juga bisa use can also be replaced by the word usage, but use is also okay. Can increase verb one, nice, anxiety and depressions among younger generations, and change how individuals interact, comma. So mental health professionals need to establish digital literacy programs to promote mindful and healthy social media consumption habits. Wow, I don't know, but this sound like very nice from your previous production. Miss Stella, not like this, but this one,
I think
like
in this, like, it's a bit easier.
like
Like, yeah.
no mistakes. Aku nggak tahu, tapi this is like no mistakes and the grammar. Let me see the grammar again. Okay, first can increase. That's anxiety, the noun ketemu dengan depressions. Among itu di antara dan banyak, ya kan? Younger generations itu kalau orang Indonesia pakainya between younger generation. Tapi kalau orang belajar jauh jangan pakai kata among yang artinya di antara banyak younger generations. And
I just copying from the from the passage actually.
terus this one is nice also ketika miss-nya pakai can increase, di sininya change karena masih berkaitan dengan ini sehingga verb satu. Terus how individual interact verb satu lagi dan setelah itu koma, so ini bagus banget. Sorry, ini keep it up. I want you to put it like this. Ini bisa 75. I think we have the same format. See, social media has transformed verb a day, human interaction and increase. Karena saya pakai has di sini. Kasus Miss pakai
Hmm.
can sehingga ini increase, change, need. Nah, jadi itu kayak ngikut gitu. Ini need-nya, oh, sorry. Interact, kok need udah ngikut yang ini, sih ngikut yang S ini.
Hmm.
Nah, saya pakai has transform, increase mental health concerns. While saya pakai itu supaya terlihat kompleks. Karena kalau kompleks harus kata while. Idealize content lowers. Lowers ini dari kata ganti kata diminish. Artinya merendahkan atau membuat rendah sesuatu.
Jarang,
Lower
ya.
self-esteem. So expert kata dia. So jadi makanya so experts comment, salah comment. Ya, experts pakai S, komennya verb satu. Digital literacy and mindful usage atau kita bisa bilang mindfulness juga boleh.
Hmm.
Mindfulness usage-nya hapus and mindfulness artinya kesadaran. Digital
Hmm.
literacy and mindfulness to reduce psychological effects. Nah, boleh aja seperti itu.
Hmm.
Dan ini format kita, I think it's close to each other, and this is like 75. I can say 70. It's already touching 70 karena no grammar mistakes. Terus
Hmm.
terdeteksi bahwa ini adalah compound complex. Punya Miss juga compound complex, I believe di situ karena so atau ini cuman sebentar. Punya Miss hanya compound ya.
Hmm.
Bentar. Essentially social media can use increase and so oh iya, hanya compound. Nah, saya masukin ini supaya jadi compound kompleks sehingga while-nya ketemu di sini, so-nya sebagai compound-nya. Okay, this is, can be like nearly to 75, but I think 70 is the answer, the score for your versions, and my version is also like around maybe 70. I don't think it's 60 karena nggak ada grammar salah. Dan kita lihat.
Hmm.
Excessive social media use contributes to rising anxiety and depression among young people through constant exposure to idealized content. Kurang lebih sama ya idealized-nya. Prompting, nah ini karena coba kita lihat. Prompting, dia bilang, berarti ing-nya dipakai dari mana nih? Prompting mental health expert to recommend digital literacy education, more mindful online habits. Isinya kurang lebih sama. Mungkin karena satu pokok yang dia bisa dapat 90, it's just because dia juga ngikutin cara ngambil idenya gitu, Miss. Nah, kita bisa dekat-dekat nilai sana, but here is already like 70 or 65 to 70. This is already nice. And I think keep this up for this one, keep this up, already. And kalau mau lebih cuma itu terlihat nilainya agak rendah, biasanya pakai yang seperti ini, Miss. The passage, nah itu. highlights, for example. Nah, that, sorry. Nah, ini kalau kalau kurang Miss ya, kalau nanti suatu saat Miss nulis udah kurang gitu rasanya kayak the passage sih. The passage highlights that social media has transformed human interaction and increased notice. Nah, ini sebenarnya untuk nambahin dia dapat ke Miss saya menulis tadi ya, saya menulis kayak
Banyak wordnya ya.
ya, ketika wordingnya dan formnya tidak sampai, Miss boleh banget pakai format-format seperti itu. Tapi kalau mau dapat nilai lebih tinggi, lebih baik jangan dipakai saat idenya sudah komplit aja gitu. Karena itu kayak basa-basi
Ya.
gitu, Miss. Nah,
Hmm.
jadi bacaannya menyebutkan bahwa langsung aja kan bilang as a social media user. empat puluh
Hmm.
satu kali 41 kata dan this is really good already. Punya orang
Hmm.
ini dapat nilai 9 dengan berapa kata dia? 33. Oke. Dan memang sejauh di atas 5, di bawah 75, that is the point. So no need to
Hmm.
worry like should I
Hmm.
achieve like 40 something or following this tip on YouTube. No, the execution is that when you can represent the key details of the idea, the key takeaways, and you present it in a good grammar, and you also say uh, it is nicely based on the ethical writing, for example, compound, complex, simple, compound, complex, and everything. Then I think 65 to 70 is in your hands. But
Hmm.
the time, 10 minutes, do you think it's enough? I mean, the question from my side, because I try to get rushed with the time for 10 minutes, Miss Stella. What do you think about you? If there is no example.
It's really hard. Like 10 minutes is hard because like you need to really understand what what which one that you can use first, because like I was like tumbling between like I want to use like the social media platform first or like the excessive social media usage, something like that. Because like if we do the summary like first and two before, I was like thinking of like making from like the first one, right? So I'm taking like from the first sentence something and then like go to the second sentence and make it like your like more connected. But that's why like I was thinking like, oh, what should I do first? Like I write like a social media platform has changed how people interact, and then I don't know
Yeah,
what to continue because like it's already like point. And then I was like,
yeah, yeah.
how
But
can I
oh, wow.
connecting this?
That's the thing. That's the thing. And it's another additional thinking is that when you want to connect what kinds of
Mm.
sentence you are going to use, right? Because if it is not connected, of course, you just
Yes.
force your sentence to be compound. But if the idea should not be presented in a compound sentence, but you try to force your sentence to be presented in compound, that is not good, Miss Stella. If you can present it in a simple sentence, just present it in simple sentence. If you want
Yeah,
to
so
use
that's why, like
figures,
I
yeah.
already like it took me around like maybe 1 minute to think like what's next. And then I was just writing, I was like thinking, okay, I will just like write all the idea, the main idea first, and then I will see what I can do from there. And then
Ah,
after that, I was like, okay, I think like this how individual interact, I will just add it to the effect. I mean to the like the effect of like the excessive social media. So that's why like I like delete the first sentences.
yeah, it's
That's why
okay.
like I coming to the excessive social media use.
Use. And I use the word usage. Is there anyone using the word usage in here? We're
In
asking.
here is stage. That's why like I put like use.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. There's like usage, yeah. Oh, counteract these negative psychological effects. Yeah. Mental health professionals. We change it to experts, and you change it to prompting mental health. Okay, that's nice.
Oh no, this one is the from the
Sorry.
top right.
Yeah, sorry. Nah, this one.
Mm.
So mental health professionals. I changed this to experts, but you can use it definitely in mental health professionals. It's okay. Experts in mental health. If you want to make it longer, but don't sound very natural, you can say mental health professionals or experts in
I
mental health.
can
Why
to
not?
make some uh like I don't know things about this. first, like I feel like I should just like write the idea first, and then from there, then I will just write and connecting the word.
That's the thing. Actually, if you have your own tips based on your reflection, that is going to be better because if I try to force my tips to you, right, it will not work out. But if you feel like, oh, later on, I thank you so much for sharing. For example,
Mm.
someone sharing tips to you, but you can completely adjust and adapt that, right? You adapt, but you adjust it based on your capability to do the tips. That's what I've been doing. I learned grammar a lot and I can remember faster because I try to make story. I try to relate everything about, for example, past, future, perfect, continuous tense. I know it's like from the name we are confused already, but it's because I know past,
Yeah,
future,
because I
and
feel like
continuous.
before I was like thinking what kind of thing that I want to write, what kind of grammar that I want to use, what kind of like type of word that I want to use. And it's
Yes.
really hard to have like a lot of things that you need to fulfill
Yeah.
at first. And it's really hard to like, oh, what should I do? So it's like this time I was just like, making the word like the main idea first, and then I take a look again, and then I'll try to connecting the word, and
Right.
I will see like how can I like move around from the idea that I found.
The
Something like
idea. Yes. How do after you get the idea, how do I present the idea? What
yeah.
kinds of words or what kinds of grammar should I present this one? And
Yeah.
I
So I
think
think
for
like
you, yeah,
yeah. So I think like it's a bit easier. Like I mean like it's not easy. Well, it's not easy, but
it's not
it's
easy. Not
yeah.
even for me.
Yeah, but it's like something that I found on this passage. Like, oh, we're just like collecting the idea first, and I will see like what I can do with that, and
That's
then
the
how
thing.
I connecting with that, and then from that connecting word, what kind of word that I want to make. So
That's the
I,
thing. Wow.
so I think like it's a bit like step by step rather than thinking all everything at once. That
That is
making
such
me
right.
like stress at first.
Overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed. Kewalahan jatuhnya, Miss Stella.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much information to my students sometimes it's just because of that. I said, please don't be overwhelmed. You've been asking a lot of questions, but this is not the today's material. Today's material is this. So we learn this step by step, as you said. If I keep giving you like this one together at the same time, then it's overwhelmed. Like, what is the function of taking the course if you can watch online? Like, you can ask GPT about that, right? But again, it's about step by step. That's how human learn. So it's
Yeah.
step by step things. And for the grammar, I think lots of grammar also here, like
Mm.
this one. Why been is not appropriate? I always ask everyone like why been, because been is going to be for present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect, it should be the one that you used last time, like has changed, has been changed by whom, right? So I asked that. It's a passive voice of present perfect tense. Mhm.
Mm.
Yes. But later on, if you need some grammar lessons, we'll be very happy to also share you some grammar lessons. But let's see. I've been like observing way of how you use grammar in your writing. And I think for simple present tense, modal verbs, and all simple grammar, you have no mistakes. Even in spelling, you are so much better than me. I sometimes don't check spelling. I type everything, then after that I check. Then but you try to also fix your spelling since the beginning. It's nice. I don't want to force my tips to you, but I usually change the spelling at the end because I try to see the word by word. Uh-huh. But that's the thing. You always have your own, right? So do you have questions, Miss Stella, for tonight? Because it's impossible if I say now we go with the writing part two. It's impossible because it's 200 and to 300 words. But next meeting tomorrow. I know I'm traveling, but I think I can do the class for the writing for tomorrow. Miss,
Okay.
are you good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. So after that, there will be a flight from Jakarta to I think it's not from Jakarta, from Semarang to
Mm.
Pontianak. So I'm gonna
Okay.
back to my mother's hometown. But I'm yeah, it's a long road from Karimun Jawa. I know, and it's
Yeah.
already in Semarang today. And thank you so much for your patience as well.
So
Tomorrow,
what
I hope you
time
have
tomorrow?
energy. Writing part two. The
Yeah.
writing. writing essay for 20 minutes. Then I will send you the material and the quiz. And when you're ready, we're gonna just execute again.
Okay. Then
Okay.
what time is like best for you? What time is your flight tomorrow?
My flight is not tomorrow. My flight is
Oh,
in yeah, but I can still do the class.
but
15. Uh-huh.
okay.
14,
So
15.
tomorrow is 14.
Tomorrow is 14. I can do at 9, sorry, at 9. I can do at maybe 7. Are you good to go with 7 o'clock? Like
Okay.
PM?
Yeah.
The same time we have today? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's
great. Nice. And I want you to have your energy. Maybe you can prepare your water with you because tomorrow is a very long class,
mm,
Miss Stella. And I hope I can come up with the
mhm,
evaluation of the whole ideas in a essay writing.
mhm.
Because again, here is all the formats first, and if all the formats finish, then that is the mock test. So now it's not the mock test. So that's why
Yeah.
you didn't see your
And
score, right?
yeah, and
Okay,
you also mentioned about
the
the
mock test.
PTE read aloud. That one, right? Should I ask to the administration to get like the password thingy?
Why not? Why not? And you
Oh,
can also ask, like, I want to practice my writing. Can I have the AI versions? Because I
oh,
think your take, yeah, you have learned tonight, but this AI is not active, right? This
yeah,
is not active. So I think there will be a note here, like a submit button. It
yeah.
said evaluate by AI. Then it's
Oh,
only like one day, evaluate by AI. Then there will be
okay.
another submit button. And you have to also say sorry, you have to also save your tokens. I believe you can only use it 20 times.
Ah, okay.
Uh-huh. The token is I don't think it's reset. Is it reset per month or reset per questions? Yes, our 20 tokens. That's what I know because I've been like submitting, and it's out. And you need to buy another
Okay.
thing, the tokens. Okay. I don't know,
The
like it's
administration to
people they
give
are.
me
Yeah.
the
Yes.
AI
All
version,
right.
right?
Questions. Yes. Okay,
Thank you
right.
so
That's
much.
all from my side, Miss Stella. Thank you very much for tonight. Let me stop the sharing screen. I think my go food is here, so I think I want to enjoy my go food. But thank you so much for your class. Thank you, Miss
Yeah,
Stella.
thank
Thank you very
you.
much. Have a good night.